we are considering what we are doing is we are going to find out the lambda value. By using the lambda value, we are going to find out the what we are going to do, Pg1 and Pg2. Apart from that, the unit we are writing unit is in ascending order, isn't it? Then we are combined. First we are considering the first unit, then combine the first and second case, and for all the three cases. Then from that we are going to analyze which one is feasible. But in this case, we are going to analyze all the units. Suppose the system consists of n number of units. Then first we are considering the first unit. Then the second step, considering first and second unit. Combine first and second unit. Third step, combine first, second and third unit. Like that way we are going to analyze. So that is the difference between the previous case and this one. Okay, we are going to analyze all the cases, all the units. First 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that way we are going to analyze. The next one, in the priority list method, no cost, there is no load cost, no load cost. Then we are assuming 4 parameters in priority list method, isn't it? So we are assuming 4 points in priority list method: minimum up and down time and no load cost. Then the input output characteristics should be linear, isn't it? So these are all the assumptions that we are considering in priority list method. In dynamic programming method, we are also considered some assumptions. By using the assumptions only, we are going to do the problem. In dynamic programming method, the first assumption is individual cost, the characteristics and load cycle of the assumed to be previously. That is, suppose if n number of units are available, we are going to previously draw the individual load curve. That is the first assumption. Already we are knowing that one. That is the meaning. Okay, so this is the first assumption. The second assumption is the state consists of units, specific unit operating as rest of the line. Suppose in the first case we are operating on first unit, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. The remaining units variant should be off condition. Suppose if we consider the ending one unit, what are all the units that we are going to consider? That units only in on time, only in on. The other unit should be in off position. So that is the second assumption. And the third assumption is there are no costs shutting down of a unit. So there is no load cost. No load cost. And the fourth unit is the interval, the specified minimum amount of capacity must be operating. That is, there is a strictly priority order and each interval a specified minimum amount of capacity must be operating. So that is the fourth assumptions. Using these 4 assumptions, we are going to find out the economic way of dispatch for the given problem. Then we are going to write in dynamic programming method, first we are going to write the algorithm. So here n number of units is operating. We are going to consider first 2 units. Then we are going to do the calculation until it reaches the minimum cost. Then only we are going to consider the next unit. Like that way we are going to find the dynamic programming method. The algorithm, we are f cost of k comma I is equal to the minimum load of p cost plus s cost plus f cost. What is p cost? P cost is protection cost. So each and every unit we are having protection cost. Then s cost means normally unit 1 is operating. Then we are going to change or we are going to add. Otherwise we will go whatever it is. That is transition from one state to another state. So in the initially suppose 2 units are running, 1 and 2 is running. Suppose the load demand is decreasing. What we are going to do? We are going to remove 1 unit, isn't it? So if it is decreasing, we are going to remove the 1 unit. On that case, transition will occur. So you either adding or removing the unit, the transition will occur. On that time, we are considering the cost, isn't it? So the transition cost, this is protection cost, and transition cost, S cost represents transition cost, the previous minus the current, previous to current state plus fuel cost of previous case. So here like that we are going to consider by using this formula we are going to find out the minimum cost for the hour k. K represents hour, I represents number of minutes. So the fuel well k comma I is the least total cost to arrive the state of k comma I. So the least total cost to arrive this hour for this state. That is the meaning. Then P cost is protection cost and S cost is transition cost. From one transition to there is one unit to another unit. Next, the transition from one state at a given hour to a state at the next hour. That is called as transition state. Then state of k comma I. I means the number of combination in k term. Suppose if we are considering 2 units, we are going to find out the number of combinations and by using the combination which one that would be preferred. That is the meaning. So here the state k comma I, k represents the hour and I represents the number of combination. Find out the I combination in hour k. Then L represents the least feasible states. This L represents the least feasible state in the interval of k minus 1. Then X represents the number of states and N represents the number of statistics in path. So that means X represents number of states, isn't it? To search each period, and N represents the number of strategies or path to save each step. How that is? Suppose if you are having the interval k minus 1, that is interval the next state interval k. And the last one is number of combinations, that is interval k plus 1. Interval k plus 1. Here we are going to consider n number of units. Then now we are going to draw the vector, that is n is equal to 2. Here n is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. Then the number of feasible combination. Here x is n is equal to 2. Considering 2 units and number of states x is equal to 3. Okay, so what are the feasible methods? We can say that is the path may be in any cases, isn't it? So we are going to consider any path. This is one path. Then this is another path, isn't it? The path may be any one. So here consider in the interval unit 1. This is one path. You can this one or this one. This is one path. Similarly, for this unit, this may be the another path. Isn't it? Similarly, here this may be another path. Here okay, then by using all the path, we can say that which path is feasible one. That is, suppose if we reach this one, whether this one is feasible or this one is feasible or this one is feasible, by using the manual calculation, we are going to find out that one. Here, sir, I can say that whatever it is. Suppose by using this, we can say that this is, for example, if it is if this is feasible or means this possible, we are going to find a number of combinations, economic cost for a number of combination. Among that number of combination, we are find out this operation is feasible one. Okay, so like that way we are going to find in the dynamic program. Okay. This flowchart of dynamic programming method. First start, then read the data AI, BI, CI, PGI minimum value and maximum value, demand. Apart from that, hour, L, N and X. So these are the data parameters that first we are going to read. Then initially we assume that W is first term, K is equal to 1. Then F cost, we know the formula, F cost of K comma is equal to minimum L, P cost of K minus I plus the production cost plus the transition cost. S cost of K comma I, K comma K comma K minus 1. S cost of K minus 1 comma L is to K comma I. So here this, by using this formula we are going to find out the value for X is equal to all state IN period. So for all the period we are going to find out this one. So that's why we are saying we are this loop states that like we are going to find out for all the cases. Then the next one, after find out the F cost for K is equal to first hour, then we are going to find out next hour. In next hour, then the feasible state of interval is K minus 1 because the number K minus 1. Then again by using the formula, we are going to find out the F cost. Okay, in this case, we are adding only production and transition cost. In this case, we are going because initially previously we are finding some fuel cost, isn't it? So this cost along with this one. Okay, then again this loop gets by this loop we are going to find out the X value for all the states. Then say the n lowest cost strategy. So among this thing we are going to say the lowest cost strategy. Then if K is the hour, suppose if you use 8 hours or 24 hours, checking the hour. If this K is the last hour, then no problem, we go to stop. If K is not the last hour, then increasing the hour and repeat the same step. So this is the flow chart of dynamic programming. Okay.